30 minutes, and this will be a good show.
So
Deal? Okay.
3, 2, whenever you're ready.
And welcome to You Have Real Estate with me, attorney Justin Clark. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned investor, or even looking to sell your home, this show is designed for you. Think of like hitting multiple open houses, all from your living room, but with my attorney advice throughout the way. If you have any questions during the show, I have people standing by right now to answer them. All you have to do is call that phone number, 407-205-0400. Maybe you want to start that house hunt this weekend. You will need that pre-approval letter. Dallas Lehman with You Have Mortgage is standing by as well. Same phone number, 407-205-0400. I literally mean, if you call right now, he will answer the phone and try to get you a pre-approval letter today so you can find that dream house. Excellent show for you. You're not going to want to miss a minute of it, but first it's time for the opening statement. You've asked me over and over again over the last couple weeks because of what's going on in the world, Justin, should I remove my house that I'm trying to sell from the MLS? The answer, sure, if you don't want to sell it. But I see no reason to remove the house from its listing right now unless you truly don't want to sell it. There's only one way to guarantee that you're not going to sell your house. It's to take it off the market. And I see no reason to do so, even though what's going on in the world, people are still buying houses. The market is still moving. I see no reason in the world to remove your listing from MLS right now unless you don't want to sell it. If you want to sell your house, keep it listed. I mean, if you don't like the offer, you don't have to accept the offer, but there's no reason to remove it. Keep your house listed right now if you want to sell it. And then the other objection right now is, well, fine, I'll leave it listed, but I'm not going to let anyone come through and see the house. Well, probably not going to sell it then either. You're going to have to get a little bit creative right now. If you're selling your house, I mean, essentially you're a car salesperson right now, or like Tyson, an advertising salesperson, where you're in sales. You're trying to sell this house. The house is the product that you're selling, and keep in mind, I mean, this is a pretty big product for you and a pretty big decision and transaction in your life. You have to understand, if you're trying to sell your house, you need to work with your realtor and try to be as easy as possible when it comes to showing your house. You need to show the house typically to sell it. I can understand that you want to protect yourself and your family from the coronavirus. I get it. And there are ways that you can do that, and a lot of agents are really making sure that we're not transmitting this virus. Look, leave a stack of masks, maybe gloves, right as people walk in, and leave a sign saying, please wear a mask as you tour my house. But again, you need to keep in mind, if you're looking to sell your house, this is a huge transaction for you. You need to really help out in the sales process and make it as easy as possible for people to view that house if you want to sell it. And now it's time for real questions. Every week here on You Have Real Estate, we ask real questions to the truly trend-setting people in Central Florida's real estate community. Today I've got the best of the best. I mean, truly the best of the best. I've got Rose Kemp here with RE/MAX Town Center and Brianca Carlo with By the Sea Realty. You're not going to want to miss a second of this interview. But first, an incredible offer from our friends over at IQ Power Solar. As you know, I installed solar on my house about a year ago, and my electricity bill has gone from $500 a month down to $40 a month. IQ is extending this special offer. This is not some gimmick. They are doing it just to help you during these difficult times. They're going to pay your electricity bill this month, and then they're going to pay your solar bill for the entire year. All compliments of IQ Power Solar. Look, we can take your electricity bill from $200, $300, $400, wherever it is now, and essentially get rid of it, where you never have to worry about paying an electricity bill ever again. I also think it increases the value of your home, and it costs you $0. In fact, it saves you money because they're going to pay your electricity bill this month and your solar bill the rest of the year. Mecca Builders also, as part of the same program, is going to repair or replace your roof absolutely free through this program. So literally you can have a brand new roof and solar for $0 out of pocket. All you have to do is call 407-205-0400. Brianca, welcome. Rose, how are you? I feel like I am de-beautifying the desk right now by being here with you two, by the way. You're making me feel terrible about myself. Rose, let me start with you first of all. What is going on in the market right now? Everyone's saying, Justin, it's going to be 2008 again. We're going to have a foreclosure crisis. What are you actually seeing out there in the trenches in the real estate market right now?
Well, I'm actually staying pretty busy. I am seeing very serious buyers and also very serious sellers. I am seeing offers. I am seeing a lot of movement. I noticed this past weekend it almost felt like the floodgates opened up.
Oh, yeah.
I think people are starting to feel a little bit more secure about where we're at. It's absolutely not a 2008. This is completely different than the circumstances we had back then, and I think that's really important for everybody to understand. So I'm seeing movement. Real estate is still going. Slow and steady wins the race. So we're moving things along. We're staying safe. We have new practices. I believe all have implemented new practices to keep everybody safe. Just like you said, I have sellers that have their sanitizer by the door and masks and gloves. So depending on the circumstance, we're pivoting and we're working around things. And just following instructions on how to make sure that we keep everybody safe and continue our market moving.
If I am a seller, how hard is it to sell my house without letting anyone come see it?
To be quite honest with you, I've actually seen, it's good to keep it on the market like you just mentioned, because I've actually seen sight unseen offers coming through from relocations. So people, still need to relocate, they still need a home, they still need to move. I've noticed that there are buyers that are doing the virtual tours, a lot of virtual tours going on. We're not holding open houses anymore, but we are doing those virtual tours, and being that we are Central Florida and we have people from all over the world continuing to buy and needing to sell, I'm seeing movement where buyers literally are not walking through those doors, making their offers based on their virtual tours and their real tours information, doing the walkthroughs, FaceTime Live, so
Got it.
yes.
Brianka, you specialize obviously in the New Smyrna Beach area, which is a little bit different than the real estate market here. Actually, quite a bit different, I would say.
I agree with that.
How have you seen New Smyrna Beach affected by all this? Not just real estate-wise, in general. What's going on in New Smyrna right now? Where the beach is open, and then also how has the real estate market over there been impacted?
So the real estate market actually slowed down a lot for a couple weeks, and out of nowhere it just started picking back up. The phones started ringing again, which was really nice. The beaches, it's hard to keep people off the
Yeah,
beach.
you think?
I know the boat ramps opened back up, so that was a huge deal. A lot of people social distancing that way, going on the boat, going fishing offshore, going to the islands. So, it's going back to normal, it seems like.
Really?
So
real estate-wise too, going back to normal over there.
I think so. It definitely slowed down for a little bit.
So for both of you, I think that whether you're on New Smyrna, in Orlando, wherever, it almost seems like this all happened. Everyone sort of said, okay, let's take a little time out and figure out what's going on here now. And maybe there was a slight blimp in the market for literally 2 or 3 weeks, but now it's back to normal in a lot of ways. What do you think?
I just think that as people become more confident and more educated on what's going on, I'm definitely noticing that people are hungry and want to resume to normal conditions, normal life. A lot of people put everything on hold because they felt uncertain. They weren't sure what's going to happen. They thought a 2008 was going to come back again, and now as people just become more confident again, they're reading, they're reading the market reports that are coming out and whatnot. And I just feel like people are really ready now to start resuming back to business. It's the new normal business. So it's not the same like right before the pandemic, but definitely, I definitely see people really going back to their purchases and selling and moving along.
How are you finding right now sellers responding to a lowball offer? So we have a buyer comes in like, we're in a pandemic. I'm going to lowball the seller here. How are sellers responding?
I just make them feel confident in their asking price, and it all depends on comps. Anyone can offer anything, but
Do you
the
think
market still holds its value.
Yeah, are you seeing more buyers make lowball offers now, thinking that they can get a great deal, a steal because of this pandemic?
I see that they're trying, and you do have sellers that, they may become more negotiable, or they are more negotiable, but not where they're literally going to give their house away. They don't need to. And again, with buyers coming back out again, as they become confident again, we're noticing a lot more activity, a lot more showings. Like I said, this past weekend, I had tons of phone calls from realtors showing again. So, we're we're just moving things along, and I don't think that sellers need to feel desperate. Now that people are getting back out there, I think they're gonna feel more comfortable with their listing price. And yes, I do see them be more negotiable, just because maybe they don't wanna have to show another month. They don't wanna have to bring more people in and out of their house. So that might make them, decide to negotiate a little bit more.
Now, Bianca, being over on the beach side, you must see a lot of Orlando people or whatever buying their second home, their vacation home, or whatever you want to call it. How often do you find sellers offering any kind of owner financing with a second home?
Not often.
Yeah.
At all. I've been in this almost 10 years and I've never had one do
Really?
owner financing.
So it's
yeah.
because I would think that maybe it's a little bit more difficult to get a mortgage on a second home. I don't know that to be true,
yeah,
but
it's a little harder.
Yeah.
But everyone wants a condo on the beach, so if it's not
Yeah.
that person, the next person coming along either has cash or a good pre-approval.
how does financing differ for if I'm buying my second home, my beach house or whatever? How is it different getting a mortgage for a second home versus your primary residence?
I know it's a lot harder. You have to prove a lot more. You can't use certain incomes, and to be honest,
Larger down payment.
yeah, larger down
Yeah.
payment, and it's definitely a little harder.
Yeah, I
You can't
gotcha.
use FHA on condos anyways.
Yeah. So, we must have had a lot of deals in the pipeline when this all happened. How often now are you seeing deals fall apart because of what's going on?
I really haven't seen, I was in the middle of quite a few transactions when everything started. The only thing that I can say I've noticed is some delays. Thankfully, most of the factors that we're coming across, lenders might need extra documentation. They're definitely doing verification of that employment until the very last minute. Where I'm noticing some delays as far as our vendors. Appraisers may take a couple of extra days to get that appraisal in. An inspector might actually need to push back a little. I'm noticing delays that are occurring due to just vendors, and some people are working and some are not. Some companies are moving forward. There's just title companies, they can only schedule so many people a day to keep
Yeah.
everybody safe. So because of that, I am noticing a few delays. As far as the issues I've run across, I think experience really matters in this market. If you have a strong realtor that understands the market, knows what they're doing, has experience, they're gonna get you through. They're gonna find a solution through every single hurdle and hold your hand and make sure you get to that finish line.
Yeah.
So I have not seen too many losses. The only factor I really can say I probably would not be able to overcome is if my client, the buyer, loses their job.
Yeah, it is what it is at
They
that
get
point.
furloughed.
It's very hard for that mortgage lender to finish the deal if you have a job loss. And I have noticed they are checking at the very last minute.
They are.
And-
Now the good news is, I noticed, I've actually had a few people that did get furloughed, and now they're being called back to go to
Sweet.
work again.
There you
So
go.
I tell everybody, and I, just like the sellers too, I let them know, we're having a slowdown. Yes, there's gonna be buyers that are gonna be off the market, but they're gonna come back.
Right.
And the second they get that job back, they're gonna be so happy to resume with their transactions. So,
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of experience, as we sit here on a Saturday afternoon together, maybe you are thinking about buying or selling your house, and there are no two agents that I trust more than you two. And if you have questions for them, you want to sell a house, you want to buy a house, 407-205-0400. I will connect you right away with these two. Start that house hunt right now if you want. Dallas Lehman also can answer your questions about whether it's your primary home or you want to buy that vacation home. Any mortgage questions, Dallas is standing by as well at that very same phone number. And without further ado, I think it's time to see some properties, guys. What do you think?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, Rose, let's start with you. Now, this first one, I know this area pretty well. It's 1240 Wind Song. Where is this?
Harbor Island, off the Conway chain of lakes, by Belle Isle. So this is north downtown. This is a really cool house. It's built in 1979. It was a custom home. It's my understanding, because it has a really neat architectural style, that the original builder, the original owners, customized this home. They were from Switzerland, so it has just a different flair to it. A lot of stone, wood. You know what's interesting though? It's built in 1979, but I noticed that a lot of the construction has come back because as I run around downtown, I notice a lot of the new construction have the same type of materials. The difference is obviously the style and.
That was a great year, by the way, too. 79.
Oh, is it?
No, fantastic. One of the best.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
So
Earth year, yes.
There you go. So it's 3,854 heated square feet, 595,000. It's half an acre lot, has a pool, has a spa, a nice 2-story home. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath with a den though, and plenty of room for entertaining guests. Big kitchen, big family room, big dining room, tall ceilings, fireplace. And what I love the most about this property is the front elevation. It has like a beautiful circular driveway. You kind of drive in. Garage is around the back. And around the back you can also have your boat if you have a boat. So
price point on this beautiful property.
$595.
$595. And with the den, it's kind of like a 4th bedroom in a lot of ways because number one, you can make it your office. You don't have to take one of the bedrooms away to be your office, or you can always turn it into a guest room or something. So in a lot of ways, a 3+ den is almost like a 4 bedroom.
Or a wine room.
Hey, priorities.
My current seller actually has it as a wine room.
Is that right?
It's really nice. I'm like, oh, my office would be great in this wine room.
Absolutely. Awesome property there. If you'd like to check it out, 407-205-0400. Now, Rose, you got a couple other properties here as well. Is this in Ocala?
Yes.
All right.
So I'm working with a smaller builder in Ocala, and we have right now currently 4 spec homes still available, inventory homes. They're actually like 2 to 3 weeks away from completion, so they will be ready for move-in by the end of May. They are 1,331 heated square feet. All 4 of these homes are identical. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single story, nice size yards, actually, very nice size yards. 2-car garage, indoor laundry room, and I am asking $168,400, which is amazing.
Yeah.
What a great starter home. The price point is really incredible.
And then if you look at to rent a house just like that, you're probably paying $1,500-$1,600 a month easy. Yet if you get a mortgage with the current rates on that price, literally $800 or $900 a month for the mortgage, PITI.
Yeah, rent is actually would be higher than if you purchased it. And the beautiful thing about Ocala is it's growing. A lot of new construction going on over there, a lot of expansion. So it really is a great place to start building some equity and get out of renting. Or if you're an investor looking for a long-term secure investment, what a great way to maybe start your portfolio with a brand new construction. You don't have to worry about anything. The other beautiful thing about these homes is the builder's done a nice job because these are kind of starter homes. I have sold a couple of them to VA buyers. What I love is they're putting in the blinds, they're putting in all the appliances, the ceiling fans. So it really is bring your clothes and bring your furniture, done. So no additional expenses.
Rose Kemp, Remax Town Center. I'll show you these properties. She'll show you them right now if you want.
Yes.
407-205-0400. Rose, you're going to stick around for the real estate roundtable, I hope, right?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll talk to you in just a minute. Now, I am looking for a second home right now. I'm actually mid-negotiation right now with my 7-year-old. Because I want the beach condo, you know, but she's desperate for like some farmhouse or whatever. So I'll keep you updated on those very tense negotiations with my 7-year-old. But I know who I would call if I was looking for that second home, looking for that beach house over in New Smyrna Beach. There's no doubt, Bianca, it would be you. And you have an awesome condo and a house to show me. Show me this condo first, the Seacoast Gardens 3. Tell me about this one.
Yes, so this is a really great complex. This particular unit in it is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. It's 750 square feet. That's it under heat and air, so it's a nice getaway. 850 total because there is a balcony off the master. It is an oceanfront complex, and the unit is an ocean view. It has a peak of a view. It's kind of set back towards the road, but that's why it's such a great price at $210. It has really nice flooring, all new appliances, things like that. The master bedroom comes fully furnished. The tile in the bathroom has been updated. the association there is on site, so that's really nice. And there's 2 pools, a hot tub, a clubhouse, you name it.
How different is the price when you talk ocean view versus ocean front? Like, so 210 on this one for ocean view. If it was ocean front, what do you think it would be?
Between 350
Re-
and 450.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That big of a difference?
Mhm.
My
But
goodness.
it's also because there's no 1-bedrooms that are ocean front there.
I'll take ocean view all day
Yeah,
if it's going to save me that
exactly.
kind of money. I mean, you
Your
can still
steps from
see
the
the
beach.
ocean, right?
Yeah,
You can still
exactly.
hear it. My
Mhm.
goodness. But it's a beautiful condo. Like, where is this exactly in New Smyrna, would you
So
say?
it's on the No Drive Beach.
Okay.
So No Drive Beach starts at 27th Avenue, and it's probably about a half a mile.
And does that
Down
affect
from
the
there?
value as well, typically?
Yeah. It's really buyer preference for that.
I mean, do people come in and say, "Hi, Bianca, I want to buy a condo in New Smyrna, but it's got to be No Drive Beach." Do you ever hear that?
Yes.
Okay. And it's
Mhm.
more like it's scary for children
More
and things like that.
families, yeah, like the No Drive Beach. I can just go out into the beach and not worry about
And-
watching for cars.
And do you think it affects the value really, or not at all?
Slightly.
Just a little bit.
Slightly.
Not a big
Mhm.
deal. Okay. Awesome condo. If you'd like to see this condo or any condo in New Smyrna Beach, I'll hook you up with Bianca right now. 407-205-0400. All right. Osprey Cove. Tell me about this one.
Yes, this one's really cool. 2834 Osprey Cove Drive in New Smyrna Beach. It's a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom, a little over 4,500 square feet. It's a multi-level, so it's a really cool layout of the home. It sits right by the Turnbull Golf Course, and you have views of Turnbull Bay there, which is really nice. You have water access for canoes or kayaks, which is really nice. There's an in-law suite. It's a 2.5-car garage. So it's an oversized garage, and it's a nice, exclusive neighborhood. It's gated, so you don't find that often in
No.
New Smyrna. Mm-hmm.
And what's the price point on this one?
$799.
So a house like this, is this a vacation person or a full-timer, do
No,
you
this
think?
would be a full-time. It's big and it's a good family home.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, do you find most people that you meet over in New Smyrna are there all the time, or is it mostly people on the weekends?
Meeting people, mostly people on the
Yeah.
weekends, but that's just because my office is right on Flagler Avenue. That's where everyone goes.
Yeah, exactly.
For bars, restaurants, things to do.
Awesome. If you're looking for anything in Volusia County, Bianca Carlo by the Sea Realty would be happy to help you. Again, it's the same phone number, 407-205-0400. Thank you, Bianca.
Thank
You're
you
going
for
to stick
having
around
me
for the Real
again.
Estate Roundtable, I hope?
Yes.
All right. And without further ado, it's time for your portion of the show. It's time for the Real Estate Roundtable. During the week, all you have to do is go to our Facebook page, You Have Real Estate, and you can ask me any question right there, and I just might ask your question next week here on You Have Real Estate. All right, Cindy in Tennessee. I watch on Click Orlando, love the show. I'm thinking about a vacation home in Volusia County. Where can I get the most bang for my buck? What do you think?
Probably not New Smyrna.
Is that right?
New Smyrna, I mean, you really pay to be there. I mean, the difference between mainland and the beach side of New Smyrna is drastic. So.
Really? So, but let's say beachside, you've got what, Ormond, Daytona, New Smyrna.
Yep.
Where can you get the best deal, you think?
Probably Port Orange or Daytona.
Okay.
Ormond is a little more pricey.
Is it safe to say New Smyrna is the most expensive of the bunch, would you say?
Probably just because it's the most desirable.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather be in New Smyrna than any of those other.
We
You
love New Smyrna.
can't beat it, so
Yeah,
you really
exactly.
pay to be there.
All right. George and Kissimmee ask, I don't want to get out of my house, but I found a house on the internet. Should I buy it without seeing it? He doesn't want to leave his house, but he wants to buy a house. Should he buy a house without seeing it?
You know, how much does he trust his realtor? He has representation. The realtor can go to the property. Again, we have phones now that we can video and talk to them. You can actually preview the property and walk through it with your realtor sitting from your couch in your living room. And then other than that, it's research, making sure the property's in good condition. And again, if you trust your realtor's gonna guide you, and you're going to buy that house with that realtor that you
Yeah.
trust if you want that house. There's nothing that should stop you from doing that.
I agree. Sarah in Winter Springs, do you think the real estate market is going to decrease, and should I wait to buy my house? Bianca.
No, I don't think it's going to decrease. I think if you find a home that you really like, you need to buy it before someone else does, because people are still buying.
Rose.
yeah, I'm not really seeing anything as far as our values dropping, and I do try to stay on top of our market reports. I just don't think that we're going to see any real decreases. Now, if you were buying in Orlando, if you were buying, for instance, maybe a short-term rental, you might actually find some good deals just because this pandemic is global, and a lot of those type of properties are purchased by people from outside of the country, and we may see a slowdown as far as those type of purchases. So those homes that are on the market, we might see better deals, I think. So if you're looking for like a second home near Disney, short-term rental, you might wanna kind of see what happens here in the next month or 2 months. But as far as your normal residential properties, primary home occupancy, I don't believe we're gonna really see much of a decline at all.
Excellent job today, Rose Kemp. Thank you. Come back and see me soon. Brianka Carlo, great to see you again.
Thank
But most importantly, thank you for joining us here today. If you're looking to sell your house or buy a house, 407-205-0400. You need to get pre-approved. You can call the very same phone number. Dallas Lehman is there right now. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I'm attorney Justin Clark, and I'll see you next week for You Have Real Estate. Good job, guys. You guys went pretty fast?
Good, you are good.